There's no such thing as coincidence, only synchronicity. So if you're watching this video, know that it was created just for you, and you are aligned with the message. So, awakening explorers, soul pioneers, and shift seekers, welcome to my channel. I'm the homie Rocket, and as always, it's time to step into a world of growth, inspiration, and transformation. But please remember, I'm not here to save you, because you have all the power to save yourself.
Wait,
Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you hear and feel what you need to. If parts of this video don't resonate or align, that's fine. Sift the gold from the sand, take what you need, and leave the rest. Today I'm going to start by sharing my story and telling you more about my personal experience with BPD and the challenges I faced and how I got to where I am today. This won't be the only thing that we cover or talk about on this channel, but I feel like it's a great place to start. So if you don't know, BPD stands for Borderline Personality Disorder. It's a mental health condition that affects the way a person thinks, feels, and interacts with others. It is not who someone is as a whole, but it is a part of their mental and emotional experience. People with BPD can have intense mood swings, unstable self-image, unstable self-image, difficulties in relationships, and impulsive behaviors. Living with this condition before self-acceptance and taking steps in time to heal is honestly soul-crushing, heartbreaking, and just mind-boggling. And I'm not being dramatic, it's extremely painful. It kind of felt like I had third-degree burns all over my body, and I was like caught in a tornado, constantly spiraling out of control and destroying everything in my path. I've struggled with identity disturbance because I knew, when I say identity disturbance, it's not like I didn't know who I was. I knew who I was, but I lacked boundaries strong enough to keep my reality and sense of self separate from everyone else's. And I think that stemmed from like an extreme sensitivity to abandonment, rejection, and criticism. So I started wearing a mask and became a chameleon, slowly casting away pieces of myself that didn't fit into the mold of the person or group I was with at the moment. I guess I tried to control how others saw me instead of just showing up as myself, and allowing others to have their own opinion. I did it for so long that eventually I had nothing left of myself. It felt like I had no personality. People would like me until they got to know me. I felt like everyone hated me. All that was left was this big, empty, painful void that couldn't be filled. I tried to fill it with other people, people pleasing. I was kind of like a try-hard and a nice guy. I tried to fill it with sex. I tried to fill it with drugs. I've tried almost every drug in the book besides heroin and meth. I was living in a world of confusion and just deep-rooted insecurity, fear, anxiety. The world was a terrifying place. I couldn't trust anyone, and especially not myself. I was scared, alone, continuously perpetuating a negative reality for myself. I felt like no one could ever understand me because I couldn't even understand myself. But the worst part was knowing something was seriously wrong but not being able to explain it. Like, I didn't know what was wrong. I just knew something was wrong. I didn't know who to ask or even what to ask for besides help. Like, I was drowning. All I could say is help. I was living in my own personal hell every day, even as a child. My My first suicide attempt was at 8. My second one at 10, and these were legit, had to be resuscitated and hospitalized attempts as a child. I just wanted the pain to stop. I wanted people to stop hurting me. I wanted someone to love me, stand up for me, accept me, appreciate me. I wanted it so badly that it destroyed my heart and wreaked havoc on my mind and split my soul. That was my personal experience before understanding the importance of self-acceptance, before doing the work to heal myself, before realizing the hero in my story is me. The one who will appreciate me is me. The one who's gonna protect, love, care about me is gonna be me. I had to realize I have to save myself. Finding inner strength, I don't think could ever be easy. It's easy to blame others. It was easy to blame the instability, the emotional and verbal, sexual, physical, mental, spiritual abuse from babysitters and church people, the constant relentless bullying from teachers and students. It was easy to be angry with the people that saw I needed help and remained silent. It was even easy to blame and victimize myself. Woe is me. I'm the villain. I'm the reason people don't like me. Why is life so hard? It was easy to be negative. Even though it was causing me to suffer severely, it was easier than accepting and understanding that I had the power to change my life. It was up to me to take control of my own destiny and save myself. It took me self-destructing in front of what felt like the world for me to finally see that no one is to blame, really. The struggles I have faced and the pain that I've grown through was not my fault. But, this is my life and I have to live it. So the moment I went within and discovered that knowledge for myself is the moment I felt that spark that set off a more permanent change within me. Looking at life from the perspective of I'm not a victim. Life can be difficult and painful for everyone. I can't control what happens. I can't control how others see me or even respond to me. I can't save anyone. I only have the power to control myself. My emotions, my thoughts, beliefs, and attitude. I control how I respond to the world around me. And I respond based off of who I am. My personality creates my reality and my perspective shapes it. I found my inner strength. I started having a new, more positive experience and a healthier understanding of the world around me. I went from feeling alone to knowing that we're all in this together. No matter what your background is, we all are having a valid experience. But now that I shifted my thoughts, my actions had to shift as well. I had to realize my personal power in order to identify the tools that would work for me. I don't take medications. I don't use drugs to cope or self-soothe. I don't go to therapy. It doesn't really work for me. Personally, it puts me in victim mode and I don't like it. But I had to take steps to try and figure it out before I decided on that. I don't take in anything that has to do with hustle culture. I set up small goals for myself and remain consistent. I go very slow, and I practice self-love by being patient. I started to build a trusting relationship with myself, by saying I'll do something and then doing it. For example, if I went a few days without brushing my teeth, I said to myself in 10 minutes, I'm going to get out of this bed and go brush my teeth. 10 minutes passed and I got up and honored my agreement. I read books. One in particular that really helped me is called The Hero Within. It's by Carol S. Pearson. If I do journal, it's mostly like a prayer journal, and I write down my manifestations, and all of that, I'd much rather sit and just chat with myself, work on developing the positive nature of my inner voice. I make it a point to ask myself questions throughout the day, like, why am I thinking in this way right now? What did that interaction trigger within me? Instead of just reacting, I go within and just respond. I started to be more aware of myself and what I want and who I am. I started eating healthier, working out. Nothing crazy. I literally just go for like a 30-minute walk outside or on a treadmill. And if it's on a treadmill, I'll do like the incline on 12 and the speed on 3 for 30 minutes. But I make sure to do something active for at least 30 minutes every day. I drink however much water my body tells me it needs. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's just a few bottles out of the whole day. I only eat 8 hours out of the day, so I do intermittent fasting. I stopped eating processed foods that often. I still go grab some fries and mozzarella sticks occasionally. I'm only human. Yeah. It's difficult, but far from impossible. Honestly, the most important tool I have found is self-compassion. Going easy on myself, not being too aggressive, and allowing myself to make mistakes. All the greatness that I could see in others, I'm starting to see in myself. All the so-called love I would give to others in hopes that they would like me and stay with me, I started to give to myself. So now I'm here, not perfect. I have good moments and not so good moments. I know my struggles, and I'm actively working through them. And most importantly, I know my strengths. I know I'm here to love and save myself. I'm here to uplift others by sharing the wisdom and insights I've gained on my path and hopefully inspire others to do the same. Like I always say, I'm not here to save anyone, but the fact that you are still watching this video should let you know that you are ready to save yourself and you have the strength to do it. If you are watching and you do struggle with BPD or similar challenges, I encourage you to learn about BPD or, whatever is ailing you, because education is crucial. And understanding the symptoms and triggers associated with BPD or whatever you're struggling with will empower you to better manage your condition. Work on developing healthy coping skills. Personally, I avoid turning to alcohol and substance abuse. In my experience, that stuff is only worse in my BPD symptoms. Work on prioritizing self-care and remaining consistent, especially when you don't want to, is your key to self-improvement. I'm speaking from personal experience. Exercising, getting enough sleep, eating healthy, building a support network, practicing emotional regulation, journaling, and breath work, setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. They're all under the self-care category. Learning when to say no and taking time to communicate your needs are extremely beneficial. Learn to be 100% okay with rejection. Don't be afraid to ask for clarification. Most importantly, celebrate progress, Acknowledge and celebrate your achievements and progress, no matter how small they may seem. Remember that managing any kind of mental health or personality disorder is a journey, and it may take time to see significant improvements. You just have to be patient with yourself, Never hesitate to reach out for help. You can lead a fulfilling life, man. Period. You can do it. If you want, seek professional help. Go to therapy, get some medication. Personally, none of that worked for me. Like I said, it triggered my victim mentality and kept me in the state of looking for saviors outside of myself. But, do what works for you. I just needed something more, more than just a Band-Aid. Honestly, I turned to spirituality. I went within and then found the answers. I found what I seeked. Just for reference, I was a kingdom kid. I was raised in a Christian church, in a Christian household. I experienced a lot of religious trauma. No hard feelings. If you are religious, you're still very welcome to my channel. I believe the universe is vast and forever expanding, and religion is a box. I believe both God and the devil exist both in and around us. God to me is, I guess you could say, my faith-based higher self, that is willing to acknowledge my own limitations and is open to learning from others and considering the needs and perspective of others as equally important as my own. The devil to me is my fear-based lower self, the ego, the sense of self-importance, pride, and self-centeredness that causes me to focus on my own desires and needs and not caring enough about how it impacts others or how it might negatively impact others or their well-being or put their well-being at risk. I believe heaven and hell is the reality we already live in based on our state of mind and perceptions. I understand. Most importantly, I know that I'm a cosmic being and I'm having a human experience. I understand that everybody has their own belief system. So whatever's working for you, let it work for you. And I have nothing but love and acceptance for every individual and their beliefs and understanding. Spirituality, not religion, spirituality has played a huge role in my healing journey. Meditation, mindfulness, energy healing, fasting, really focusing on personal growth, self-discovering, and achieving a sense of inner peace and fulfillment through spiritual psychology has been extremely beneficial, and I've seen massive, almost instant growth within myself. If you don't know, spiritual psychology is the combination of psychological and spiritual elements. So we combine psychological principles with spiritual or metaphysical beliefs. We acknowledge the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit, and seek to align the individual's life with their spiritual or metaphysical beliefs, by addressing mental and emotional issues through a spiritual or holistic lens. So I'll be covering more in future videos. We'll be exploring and discussing everything from the magic of mindfulness. We'll be breaking down the concepts of spiritual awakening and how it can lead to positive shifts in consciousness. I'll be giving tips on how to nurture your soul. We'll be exploring the soul and just so much more. Guys, if this video has resonated with you, please feel free to share your experience or any questions you might have down in the comments below. Ultimately, it is up to you to believe in yourself and see your own worth. Everyone has value and significance in their own way. Remember, your worth is determined by your unique qualities and experiences and not by how others perceive you. No one can save you. You have the power to save yourself. And we help others by loving ourselves and setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care. It's important to be grounded, so whatever's working for you, let it work and give others that same freedom. You guys, I admire and hold gratitude to every individual who stuck around to the end of the video and received this message with the open mind and readiness to go within and save themselves. You are truly the shift seekers, the awakening explorers, soul pioneers, and conscious creators. And I invite you to join me on this journey. By liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And please share this with any others who might benefit from it as well. I'm the homie Rocky, and I'm here to save myself and inspire others to do the same. Thanks for watching.